So welcome to this ninth lecture of this course, and today I'll discuss the complements with you. But before coming to this lecture, one of the students pointed out a very minor mistake in lecture number 5. Just see, in this a problem was asked to convert this number in hexadecimal into octal. It was converted into binary bits, and what I have done here, this 2 has been repeated. The corresponding number will not include this 2 here. If you see that the final result is 3276.236. This was base 2. I repeated it here. Please, this is the complete answer. So thank you for this correction. So let's come to today's lecture. Lecture 9 is about the complements, and the definition of complements is it's a simple method of complement. It is a technique to encode a symmetric range of positive and negative numbers. It is a method to encode the numbers actually, and the application that we'll see of this these complements is in subtraction of number with different bases, of non-decimal numbers you can say, or rather decimal numbers also. So complements, as far as the classification of these complements is concerned, these complements are divided into 2 categories. First is called the R's. If you have a number, suppose I say that you have a number n. If you have a number n with base R or radix R, I can say. If you have a number n with base R or radix R, then there are 2 types of complements are there. One is called the R's complement. The first one is called the R's complement. It is called R's complement, or sometimes it is simply called as radix complement. The same thing, it is called radix complement. Radix complement. And another complement is called R minus 1's complement. R minus 1's, R's complement and R minus 1's complement. Sometimes it is also called the diminished radix complement. Diminished radix complement. Diminished radix complement. I hope that this is these classification names. As per name, this is clear to you. Now just try to understand what do you mean by this R's complement and R minus 1's complement. If I say that there is a number n, if there is a number n with base R, it will have 2 types of complement. I say that there are 2 types of complement. One is called the R's complement. I am representing this by RC, C for complement, and R minus 1's complement. R minus 1's complement. So every complement, every number with base R will have, or every radix will have 2 types of complement, R's complement and R minus 1's complement. Suppose I say that I have a decimal number. Suppose I say that I have a number n. Any number n, that number we can discuss. It can be any number. 463.52. Suppose I say that this number is with base 10. The 2 types of complement this number will have. Of course, 2 types of complement. One is R's complement and other is R minus 1's complement. Now for this R's complement for base 10, value of R is 10 here. If you see that R is the radix, so value of R in this case is 10. So I can say that for a decimal number or a number with base 10 will have 2 types of complement. That is called 10's complement. 10's complement. I think this pen is not working properly. 10's complement. R's complement is 10's complement, and R minus 1 means 10 minus 1, so it is 9's complement. Similarly, suppose you have an octal number, R's complement and R minus 1's complement. Suppose I have an octal number n. It can be any octal number, having digits 0 to 7, and I say that the base of this is 8. Now again, this will also have 2 complements. One is R's complement and other is R minus 1's complement. So r's complement of a number with base 8 is 8's complement. It is 8's complement. And r minus 1's complement is 7's complement. R minus 1 means 8 minus 1's, so it is 7 minus 1's complement. Again, suppose I have a binary number. For example, if I have a binary number, suppose I say that I have a number n with base 2. Again, it will have two types of complement. One is r's complement, another is r minus 1's complement. So r's complement means 2's complement, 2's complement, and r minus 1 means 1's complement. I hope that for every base there is r's complement, that is called radix complement, and diminished radix means it has been diminished by 1. 10's complement, 9's complement, base 10. With base 8, 8's complement, 7's complement. With base 2, 2's complement, 1's complement. Hexadecimal number with base 16 will have 16's complement, 15's complement, or an arbitrary base r with r's complement and r minus 1's complement. I hope that this is clear to you, the classification of these complements. Now let's come to the mathematical definition of this. First I'll discuss this r's complement. What do you mean by this r's, or what is the mathematical definition of r's complement? It says that suppose you have a number n. If you have a number n, for example, if you have a number, suppose I say that you have a particular number n with base r. With base r, so r's complement, the definition says that the r's complement of r's complement of a number n with base r, with base r or with radix r for radix, is given by, it is equal to r to the power n minus the number n with base r. R to the power n minus n with the number base r, where what is n? What is this small n? Where this small n, where this small n is the number of digits. It is the number of digits in integer part, in the integer part, of course, of this number n. So this is the definition. I'll just take a problem later on. Let me define the r minus 1's complement also, then I'll tell you with the help of an example. What do you mean by r minus 1's complement? Next is r minus 1's complement of any number n with radix r is given by r to the power n minus r to the power minus m, small m, minus the number with base r. With base r, where n has its usual meaning that I have told you in the previous definition also. N is where, again, this small n is the number of digits, is the number of digits in integer part, in integer part as it is, and small m, this small m is the number of digits in the fractional part, number of digits in the fractional part. For example, suppose I say, let's take an example here. Let's take an example. For example, suppose I say, I take an example, simple example. Suppose I say that find 10's complement. Then I'll take 9's complement also. Find 10's complement of a number, say 746. I simply say that tens complement of a number 746, simply 746 with base 10. Now it means I am finding the tens complement, means r's complement. The base is 10, r is 10, so r's complement. So what I am doing, I say that 5, look at the solution of this. The r's complement means I am interested in tens complement. R's complement is r to the power n. This is the number 746. I am interested in its tens complement. I am writing here a tens C. Tens C means tens complement. Tens complement of this number with base 10 means it is the r's complement, and r's complement, if you see with respect to this problem, if you look at this problem, in this problem the value of n, if you see, the value of n is 746, which is given to me. 746, this is given to me, and I am interested in the tens complement. Now it is r to the power n. What is n? N is the number of digits in the integer part. This does not have a fractional part, and the number of digits in the integer part are 3, 1, 2 and 3. So it is small n is equal to 3 in this problem. It is equal to this much. Now if I solve this, if you look at this, I am applying the formula here. It is r to the power n. What is base? It is 10. Radix is 10. So it is r to the power n, that is 10 to the power 3 minus the number itself, that is 746. 10 to the power 3 minus 746 in base 10. In base 10, so I can say that this is equal to 1000. 10 to the power 3 is 1000 minus this 1000, of course, is in base 10, minus the number 746. 746. And if I find it, this will be equal to 4, 5 and 2. This is my tens complement. This is the answer for this particular problem. Now let's take another example. I hope that this example is clear to you. It is this much. Suppose I say that let's do it in rough, okay, as a problem for you, so that I have this. If I turn the page, I'll not be able to see the formula. Suppose I say next example here. Another example. Suppose I say that determine, find tens complement. I say that find the tens complement, tens C of another number. Suppose I say it is a 763.42 in base 10. Now it has been asked to find the tens complement of this. So I know that you have number this. Look at the number. But as per this formula, the value of n, you have this n base r. Look at the solution. The number is 763.42 in base 10. Now what is the value of n? We don't need m here. So the value of n, how many digits? Again you have 3 digits here. Now I find the tens complement of this number is asked. So I'll find the tens complement of this 763.42. Its tens complement. I am interested in its. I am writing 10c. 10c means tens complement of this. Tens complement of this is r's complement. So tens complement of this will be 10 to the power 3 r to the power n. R is 10. So it is 10 to the power 3. What is n? N is the number of digits in the integer part. So it is 10 to the power 3 minus the number, minus this number with base r, minus 763.42. I hope that this is clear to you. 763.42. And if I solve this, if I simply solve this, this will be equal to 236.58. This is I hope that this is clear to you. Let's take another example. Suppose I say, another example, I say find, next problem, I say find the 9's complement. Suppose I take another number. I say problem is find 9's complement of 9's complement of some number says, I say 465.37. This is the number in base 10. Now when I say that this number is in base 10, 9's complement means it is r minus 1's complement. This is r and 9 is r minus 1. So I am interested in r minus 1's complement. So look at this. It is 465.37 in base 10. I say what is its 9's complement? This is my problem. It's 9's complement. Now look at this problem. What is the value of n? If you see what is given to me, the value of n in this problem will be this number. If you see what is given, value of n from this problem is 465.37. This is what it is. And what is n? Small n. Small n is the number of digits. If you look at the formula, you have r minus 1's complement is r to the power n minus r to the power minus m. So I need this n and m. N is the number of digits in the integer part and m is the number of digits in the fractional part. So number of digits in the integer part is 3 and number of digits in the fractional part, that is m, is 2. Look at this again. It is equal to this much. Now I'll apply the formula r to the power n minus r to the power minus m minus the number. So what I am applying the formula here, it says that n minus 1's complement r to the power n minus r to the power minus m minus the number. This is what I'll apply. Minus the number is base r. So what is r to the power n? R is 10. So it is 10 to the power 3 r to the power n minus 10 to the power minus 2. Value of m is 2 minus the number, minus this number 465.37, of course in base 10. And these digits of course are in base 10. 1000 minus 1 upon 100, 0.01 minus this factor. If you solve this, the result will be 534.62. You'll get this number 534.62. This is the final answer of this. So this is your r's complement and this is r minus 1's complement. This is the basic definition of r's complement and r minus 1's complement. Let's take one more example. Let's take a binary number for example. I'll take a binary number and in binary number you will have 2's complement and 1's complement. So I'll find that. Let's say another problem, another example I take here. Another example, suppose I say find the 2's complement. Find 2's complement of 2's complement of a number. Suppose I say, I take a very simple number 101. 2's complement of a number 101 with base 2. That's all. Again 2's complement means r's complement. If these two matches, 2's complement of base 2. Base 2 means r's complement. Value of r is 2 here. So as per definition, I know that if you have a number n with base r, its r's complement. R's complement is given by r to the power n minus the number n with base r. Now see, where small n is the number of digits in the integer part. There is no fractional part here. For simplicity I am taking it. So look at this. I can say that therefore applying this formula you have number this 101 with base 2. Its 2's complement. I am interested in its 2's complement. 2c means it is 2's complement of this number. Now look at this. What is the value of n? If you look at this problem, value of n is 3. Number of digits in the integer part is 3 and value of r is 2. What is value of r? This is 2. So it is 2 to the power 3. Just see. 2 to the power 3 minus the number is 101 in base 2 minus the number with base r. Now this I can say it is equal to 8 minus 101 in base 2. Now this is in base 10. This 8, 2 to the power 3, I said 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. This is not in, I am not saying this is in binary terms. I am explaining this in decimal terms. So naturally this subtraction is not possible until these two bases are different. These two radix are different. I told you any mathematical operation is only possible provided the numbers have same base. So all I have to do is that I convert this into binary, into base 2, and the corresponding binary number of this is 1000 is 8 in base 2 minus 101 minus 101, and you can subtract it now. 100 minus 101, I have told you how to subtract this. So the result will be my final answer will be 011. If you subtract this, the final answer will be 011, and this is the tens complement. This is the tens complement of this number. Similarly, I can find the nines complement of this number as well. I can find out the nines complement of this number also. The nines complement, if I say 101, suppose I say 101 base 2. What is its nines complement? 9c. Another example. Extension of this example. What is the nines complement of this? That r minus 1's complement, the formula for r minus 1's complement says that it is equal to r to the power n minus r to the power minus m minus the number with base r. So now what is n? Is 3 digits, is the integer part. So r to the power n means 2 to the power 3 minus 2 to the power minus 0 or 01 are the same thing, the result will be 1, minus what is number? 101 with base 2. This is 8 minus 1 minus 101 with base 2. Again this 8 is in decimal. This 1 is also in decimal, although 1 in decimal corresponds to 1 is in binary. So again I have to convert this. If I convert this, look at this, I am doing it here. This 8 will be 1000 minus 1 minus 101. And if I solve this, means you add these two, subtract from here. So if I find this, it will be 010. My final answer. These all numbers are in base 2. So now I can subtract these. As these two numbers, all these three numbers are in base 2. Now I can subtract this, and this is my final answer. In the next lecture, I'll deal with some more problems based on complements and how these complements is used in subtraction especially. That we'll discuss in the next lecture. So thank you for the time being.